Okay, this video is for lesson 4.2, review packets 4a. So the first one, it says find the slope between each pair of points. So let me do a, which is negative 6, 4, and 0, 0. Okay? As we learned last time in a class, the formula of slope is rise over run, as you know. In other words, change in y, which we use Greek letter delta, over change in x. That actually means it's a y sub 2, which is the second y, minus y sub 1, which is the first y, over second y, which we say x sub 2, minus x sub 1, which is the first x. So what's first x and what's first y, right? So this is our first x, because that's the x of our first point, and this guy is y sub 1, because it's our first y. And then this guy is our second x, which we write it x sub 2, and the last guy is the y sub 2, which is the second y. So what we have to do is second y, which is 0, minus first y, which is 4, over second x, which is 0, minus first y, which is negative 6. Make sure you subtract negative right here, because you're subtracting negative. This is the biggest, this is a very, very common mistake. Many people just put 0 minus 6 and say it's negative 6, but it's not. It's subtracting negative numbers. So you got to be really careful. So we have negative 4 over 0 plus 6, so it's 6, which we can reduce to negative 2 over 3. That's the slope between negative 6 comma 4 and 0, 0. That's how you find that. Next page. Given a 5 comma 3 and o 0 comma 0, find a point B that makes the following rules. A m of a comma b equals 3. So let me do a. M of a comma b means the slope between points A and B has to be equal to 3. So we know the point O is 0, 0. Let me do that again, since I know better than this. Wait. Let me do this. The trick. Okay. Let's make it straight. Okay. I probably need more practice. Alright, here you go. And now I'm gonna draw a vertical line. Okay. 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 Let's make it a little longer. Fancy. It's way better. Okay, so let's plot O. That's no. Okay, so yeah, I keep it that way. Yeah. Okay, this is O, 0, 0. And our B will be, our A, point A will be 5, 3. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you go up 3, 1, 2. That's our A. Okay? And it says point B. So this says the slope between A and B has to be 3. And we know that point A is 5, 3. Okay? And the slope is 3. That tells us that 3 is 3 over 1. And this tells us that rise is 3 and run is 1. Therefore, I'm just going to go up 3 from A, 1, 2, 3, and 1 over, and that's going to be our B. Okay? So I add 3 to it because I went up 3 from 3, so that should be 6. And I should add 1 to 5 because run was 1. So the coordinate of B will be 6, 6. So the other one is, what if the slope between A and B is negative 3? Negative 3 is negative 3 over 1. So you can go down 3 and go to run is 1. How can we say negative 1 over 3? Well, you can either say 1 down and 3 to the right, or you can say 1 up and 3 to the left. Either way. So that's for problem 8. Okay? The next problem. How can you describe the relative position of A and B in each situation? Slope between A and B is positive number. So the slope between A and B is positive. That means the line will go up like that. What if this means, for part B, this says m's of A comma B is less than 0. That means slope between A and B is negative. So how would that line goes? So that's the question. Okay, and then oops. Problem 10. What is slope between T and I? So what's the slope between T and I? So obviously you go down some number, oops, from 2, and then you go to the right. So you can find that way. Or you can do change in, so change in y over change in y. Change in y over change in x, I'm sorry. So the second point is 7 and negative 1, and the first point is negative 2, 4. So we can do second y minus first y over second x. Second x over second y. You're subtracting negative, so you got to add 5. So you got to be really careful on that. Okay? So that's lesson 4.2.